down. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. The Cowboys will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Colts offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. He'll work forward for a couple. That's Azeez Ojulari in on the tackle. Second down and 8. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. They'll run for it with Mixon. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin first and 10. Right away, they'll set. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Throwing now from the gun. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Third and real long. This is where your defensive line has to come to life. They decided to keep extra blockers in the backfield, but it didn't matter. They were able to bring him down for a sack and brings up fourth down.
So that brings up fourth down. The veteran Jake Bailey called on to punt. as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 2nd and 6. Toward the boundary, Rice bringing it in. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Cowboys. Now a give on the ground. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Colts offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Dobbins. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. On the ground, it's Mixon. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
The rookie from Texas A&M, Nice throw on that one to get a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control and
nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did. I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Here's Michael Dixon now. He'll punt for the second time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Colts offense going to take over just before the half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll get 4 here up to the 24-yard line. So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour of the trip up to Toronto, Canada, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Malik Willis, strong in the victory, as his guys run their record to 6-1 on the campaign. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Travis Etienne, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. C.J. Stroud, strong in the victory as his guys run their record to 6-1 on the campaign. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game
pretty
where
interesting
the last
first half.
score
We'll see
wins.
if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
1st and 10. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to the air one more time. And he'll take it on in. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Here's Coop for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now a return coming from the 14. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. Here's 2nd and 2. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Now, faking the give. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
It's first down, and they'll run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. DJ Reader, as usual, from that interior spot with the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's a 3rd and 10. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard.
At the Colts 8-yard line.
Here's a designed run. And this one blown up. Good surge. Drop him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line. Here's 3rd and 2. Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 24-21 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive. Find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. This one intercepted. Picked off by Cole Bishop. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. What a time for a pick 6 for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick 6.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick 6 them, and you're able to extend that lead.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He gets it to go. The Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running right. A short pickup to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 7. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 33 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's close to another first down as he's following the completion. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll try to run this one in. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Indy. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. The return starts at the 13. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense ready to take over once again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. This one taken in by Hyatt. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, a pickup of 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
He has Hyatt complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Cowboys have it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. And right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. That is brought in. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 45 yards.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
He'll drop the throw. That's complete to Rice. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
So the penalty sets up this offense for 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And
that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Dallas. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. The Cowboys are going to extend their lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Watson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. Right back to Watson. Another grab. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. That's caught by Hill. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down, and it's an incompletion.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
And this is one of those games where dreams are reality, Mike, and you just can't ever predict when you're going to have a game like today, where just every play call, every ball that you throw, every option that you have downfield is wide open and productive. It's pretty incredible, the ability for them to continue to have their way with this defense, because barring some sort of change from this secondary where they come up with some answers, I don't even think they're done scoring just yet.
They'll run on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he's taken down up past the 35. Now they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. He finds his tight end, Ingram. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. That's caught once again by Ingram. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. Out of the gun. He'll throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much They've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why.
This one is caught. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down. Let's see if it holds up.
Pass interference. Defense.
The final act now of this football game, the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts are able to cut the deficit to 10. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And with an open date on the schedule next week, we'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at